Blog Talk Radio.
Oh shit! I pressed the button. Hold on a sec. Shit, let me do it again.
Yo, what's going on? What's poppin'? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So listen, I'm gonna tell you how you can get a woman obsessed with you. How you get a girl to really be feeling you, right? So
what's going on, everybody? www.themanmindset.com. It's your boy, the Dean. Class is in session. You know what, guys? What I want to talk to you guys today about is attraction. And the thing for a lot of you guys is that you think you get a pass straight to attraction when you meet a woman. That's not going to happen. In order to do that, guys, you have to make sure you get curiosity.
The following is rated TV MALSV. It contains strong language. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Welcome to the Dating Advice Hour with your hosts, Mr. Locario and Steve the Dean Williams. This show will teach you how to keep conversations going, how to be more attractive, more confident, more masculine, how to be better at knowing what to say to a woman, and have a more satisfied dating and sex life. Mr. Locario is the bad boy of the dating game. BadBoyMembership.com is where you can go to step up your game, as Mr. Locario provides you with detailed step-by-step dating advice, audio, video tutorials every month. Steve the Dean Williams has been teaching men about dating, sex, and manhood for over 25 years. From building yourself to having the perfect marriage. His website is www.themanmindset.com. The call-in number is 515-605-9373. That's 515-605-9373. Take it away, guys.
What's going on, everybody? What's up? Your boy, the Dean, and my dog. I mean, my side. What's going on, Mr. Cardio? Man, no disrespect. What's going on, man? What's up?
I'm chilling, man. What's going on with you? What's poppin'?
Man, same old same.
What's
a lot of bullshit. Deal? Yeah, a lot of bullshit, A lot of bullshit, but we just gonna do what we do. Take y'all calls.
Exactly.
So we got a call in already. But guys, y'all want to call in 515-605-9373 is the number. 515-605-9373 is the number. Press 1. We'd be happy to bring you in. This is the Dean and Ms. Locario. As y'all can see, now we added the .coms where y'all can go. If you see underneath me, you can see the badboymembership.com. Go there, or you can go to themanmindset.com. We both got your back, and we both help guys out. So, Ms. Carr, you ready to just answer? We got a call, so I guess we can grab the call. Take calls.
Yeah, let's do the call. Let's do the call. Let's make it happen.
No doubt. Okay, area code 216. What's your name? Where you calling from, sir? What's your question?
Yeah, this is DC from Ohio. Hello.
Yeah, what's your question, man?
Yeah, I wanted to know what you think about using escorts if you're in the drought.
Ms. Locario?
You said what? Using escorts if you're in a drought?
Yeah.
Well, me personally, I'm totally against paying chicks for sex. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like what you got to understand too is that the drought is part of the game also. You feel what I'm saying? There's gonna be times where you might have a drought. You feel what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong with understanding that. You feel what I mean? So it's like, there's going to be times when shit is popping off like crazy. There's going to be times where you have a drought. There's going to be times where it's going to be sort of in the middle, where things are happening here or there. But, but on the same spectrum, though, I'm the type of person where I don't like to tell people what to do. You know what I'm saying? Technically. You understand? It's kind of ironic because I'm a coach, but I don't like to tell people, what to do. So meaning that if you feel like you need to get the escort, then get her, but understand what getting her means. You feel what I mean? It means that you are opting out of, the side of the game that has to build up your skill level to get women, and you're going for just to, buy the situation. You feel what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that thing. So you gotta understand what that means for what you want to do. You feel the thing or what you're comfortable doing. But I personally wouldn't do it. I personally like to go out there and actually, you know what I'm saying, make the shit happen through the mouthpiece, through the interactions, and then make that shit go down. And if there is a dry spell, you got to understand that after the dry spell is going to be a lot of shit going on because it's always the yin and the yang in life. Whenever something is going this way, it usually turns the other way, after a while. So, you just got to, keep going and make that happen. But again, so up to you. So I don't know, Dean. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, 216. I'm gonna mute you real quick because of the noise in the background. But I'm gonna open you back up to reply. I'll give you a chance to reply. It's just too much noise. But I'm gonna explain something. I feel that you're the reason for your drought. Now again, I wouldn't, like Locario said, I'm not gonna put no money in these motherfucking women like that when you're the problem. Let me tell you why you're the problem. Now, every for the last 2 weeks on my show, Mr. Locario, I went on my dating chat line, okay, Mr. Locario? Not only did I go on my dating chat line, let me tell you what I did. I told the audience, the viewers on my show, I told every one of them to tell me what to say. So you know what they say, Mr. Locario? They say, they started making up some landed shit. Say that I'm a 40-year-old virgin. Say I have a little dick. Say that my mommy's gonna come home and all. I mean, they came up with the most outlandish shit, right? So in a matter of 2 days, I did it in 2 days, okay? In 30 minutes, and I did one for 17 minutes, the other one for 13 minutes. In 30 minutes, I had 24 women that wanted to not only play with their pussy, but give me the pussy. So when you say you're in a drought, I don't want to hear drought, because my thing is you're the reason for your drought. Because you're not putting any effort or anything into yourself. You would rather take money and flick it off to a motherfucking bitch than take the money and invest it in yourself. That's bad investing. You could go to the bad boy membership, take that money, put it into the bad boy membership, learn how to get women. But you want to fuck it off with some women.
Real talk.
That's the real talk. That's what I'm saying. We just being 1,000 with you, 216. When you want to flick it off to women just to buy some pussy, that shows not only her, but you show you that your game is so bad that you trying to take the easy route. You're trying to take the GOAT path. You're not trying to build yourself up. You're not trying to dedicate yourself. And like Mr. Locario said, you are going to have bad days, and you're going to have days that you don't get women. But those days should be the days that you have it should drive you and motivate you to do better and get your ass out there and work harder. But you want to take the easy way out. And let me tell you, when you take the easy way out, doing it now, women gonna realize that you're an easy way out kind of guy, and they ain't gonna want to fuck with you. So your whole life is gonna be based off of you buying them shit, buying them dinners, buying them drinks, walking on eggshells, kissing their ass, and just what, for some ass that you can get for free? I'll throw it to you, Ms. Locario, but I want him to reply. Then you got it, Locario. So 216, you got the floor. What do you got to say about that, man?
Yeah, I mean, what you're saying makes sense, but, in the process, say like, you need something right then and there,
But you don't,
you might want to take that route.
But 216, I know you want some right then and there. I would rather spend $3 or $4 on some lotion and jerk off than give some bitch $80 or $120, dog, off a nut. You are self-sufficient. You can give your own self a nut. So what is that bitch giving you other than a nut that you want for her so bad that you want to waste that money, dog? What is it? Companionship? You want her to hold you or some shit? I mean, what do you want?
Nah, it's not the same as like doing what you're saying versus the real thing,
But the end result is you getting a nut, right? That's the end result, right? That's the end result. The nut is the nut not the same. Well, the process isn't the same. That's why the process should be lighting you under your ass to want to invest in yourself. So instead of spending $80 or $200 to get one, you spend that money and get a bunch of them. But y'all guys don't look at that shit like that. Locario, you got it, man. What you want to say, fam?
Yeah, and also I was just going to say this is that when it comes to paying for sex, and this is why I don't really condone it, you know what I mean, is because what happens is that what you're doing is that by paying for it, it's reinforcing to yourself and your mind and your whole vibe and everything that this is what you have to do because you can't find another way to do it, or you don't want to put the energy in. You know what I'm saying? Or go ahead. What are you saying? Go ahead.
Oh, nothing.
Okay, no, I was just saying that the act of actually doing that or paying for it is the thing that, it reinforces that you can't really make it happen any other way. Now, you could make it happen another way, but what it's doing at that moment is reinforcing to yourself that you can't do it. And so what happens is that when you're in that sort of mind frame and in that vibration or whatever, then what's happening is that every time that you get into that dry spell or that situation again, you're just going to keep going back to that. And so what it does is that it doesn't do anything for you as a thing to build yourself up. Because, see, what a lot of guys don't understand in the game is about you becoming the type of dude who improves on himself, who gives himself a boost, who gives himself skills, it's basically you're helping yourself become a master of you. You understand what I'm saying? And so anytime that you're cheating on that, meaning, okay, I'm just going to give this chick some money and have sex with her, you understand? You're not developing yourself. You're stopping the development of you. You see what I'm saying? Because the thing is like this. Let's take it to another example. Let's say a person wanted to get money, right? If you wanted to get money, you understand? You usually have to have some game about yourself. You got to work hard, or, you got to put something up. You got to sell something. You got to be creative in order to acquire the money. The money is what you get in exchange for your creativity, for whatever that is. It could be you getting a job, you doing, some creative business on your own, whatever. It's something that you are acquiring because of how you put yourself together and how you went about it. Now, if a person doesn't do that and they're like, oh, well, I just need to get some money, all they're going to do is, oh, I'm going to just ask my brother for some money. Let me ask my girl. Let me go steal some money. Let me write. You understand what I'm saying? It's like a lower level thing because you're not doing the things to develop yourself in order to be able to get the money whenever you want. You see what I'm saying? When you pay for sex, what it is doing on a subconscious level is making it harder for you to become the guy that develops the skills to be able to get women, whenever you really need to make it happen. Just like Steve was saying, the dry spell a lot of times will happen with you because look at it like this. If you had a team of women, if you had 7, 8, 9 girls that you talking to back and forth, you wouldn't have no problem just calling up one of the chicks and smash it. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you feel like you need the urge. But the thing is that you have to be able to develop that team, and the way you develop that team is through the game. You see what I'm saying? So again, you can still pay for the sex and pay for an escort, but again, like I said earlier, it's what does that mean when you're doing that? What is that doing for you, on a psychological level when it comes to you interacting with women in the game? You see what I'm saying? Because then what's going to happen is that if you go down that route to be, to say, oh, well, it's easier to do this, then what's going to happen is that you're going to get so used to doing that, and then you end up being able to only do that because you're not practicing, the other side of the game, which is the actual skill to acquire that through your creativity. You see what I'm saying? And so that's why, I don't condone it because it's sort of like ignoring your game on that level. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just want to, what do you say?
Well, go ahead.
No, 216, this is why I want to ask you a question. 216, let's say you needed heart surgery, okay? You needed heart surgery. You got 2 doctors in front of you. Dr. A tells you he's going to do this electrical, he's going to take this tool, and he's going to make this type of incision. He's going to do this, he's going to do that. He gives you a laundry list of everything that he's going to do. And then Dr. B sits there and says, well, I don't know, I'm going to wing it. I'm gonna grab a butter knife and a fucking fork, and I'll try to do the best way I can. Tell me, 216, what doctor would you put your money into?
Dr. A.
Okay, why would you put your money into Dr. A?
To be honest, he has the knowledge.
Exactly, like Locario just told you about the knowledge. See, you don't have the knowledge, so you trying to do what most motherfuckers are doing. You can't cheat the game. I hate using the word the game, but y'all motherfuckers think y'all can cheat something. It doesn't work that way because when you think you cheating the game is gonna come back at you double fold, and it's gonna do more harm to you than it is gonna do good. You can't cheat the game. I don't know why y'all want to do that. And again, the fact that you want to get some side ass, that's fine. If that's your prerogative, that's fine to do. But like I told you, man, a nut is a nut no matter how way you want to spit, however way you want to slice it up, it's a nut. And the bottom line is, if you want to put that money, instead of putting that money into you, which is really, really, really just, I don't even understand that. Instead of invest, y'all guys, Locario, they just don't want to invest in the most important thing, and that's themselves. And then they expect these women to rip their clothes off like it's an Axe commercial. Shit don't make no sense, fam.
Right. And real quick, I want to say about this too is that when you pay for sex, you're not getting the type of sex that you would have got without paying for it, because what you're getting is something that I call simulation sex.
Yes.
That means that the woman you're having sex with is basically only fucking you because you're paying her. So the passion and the energy and that desire to have sex with you is not there. So you're not going to even have the experience that you want by paying for it. You see what I mean? It's almost like you can't even get what you're paying for. It's kind of like if you pay somebody to be your friend. You know what I mean? Like, think about somebody who's your best friend, and then think about if you was trying to pay somebody to be your friend. It's like, it's not the same vibe. You know what I mean? The same fun you have with your friend, you would probably never get from somebody you're paying to be your friend. Just off the strength, you just paying them. They don't really care about you. They don't really, care about your interests. They're not going to laugh with you the same way your friend's going to laugh. They're not going to notice. You know what I mean? It's not the same thing. So it's like you're just paying for the simulation. You're paying for the like fake act of it, but it's not really the real thing. And the thing is, I always tell guys, watch this movie on Netflix called Whore's Glory, right? And it's a documentary about prostitutes in different countries or whatever. And they actually show a scene of the guy doing the prostitute. You understand? And the shit was like the most boring sex you've ever seen in your life. You understand? Because she's just laying there waiting for him to get done. You know what I mean? And it's like, trust me, you guys don't want that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying. Yeah. So, that's all we have to say about that.
Oh man, I just feel bad for these dudes, man. But yeah. So
and that was funny too, because that was actually my first question, because somebody asked, "Is it easier to just to pay for sex?" That was my first question. So you kind of answered my first question anyway.
Well, damn, I don't want these guys. I don't want these guys paying these women to lie to them and make them feel like they special and shit, because the problem with that, Mr. Locario, is these guys are going to get addicted to feeling special, and it's not a real special. It's a false act, like you said. She's exactly. She's just going to be an actress, and she's going to make you feel good. She's going to make you feel special. She's going to do all the things that a stripper does, and all she's going to do is suck you in to make you spend more money on her. And I just feel bad for bad for that dude, man, because again, the greatest investment you can make is in yourself, and the fact that you want to put your hard money into a motherfucking bitch, man, that's just sad, man. That's all right, man. That's sad, man. So, damn, dog. All right, guys, y'all want to call in 515-605-9373. I guess, Mr. Locario, I guess I can read the next email, man, because yours kind of touched on his shit right there. So, All right. Well, let me read this. All right. I met this girl out of town on Thursday. I seen her a few times during the night. I had the biggest crush on her ever since I first saw her. We crossed each other's paths a few times, and I'm pretty sure she had noticed me because we smiled at each other once or twice. Wow. At one point during the night, I thought to myself that I had to talk to her. If not, I would just regret it. So I went up to her and introduced myself. I felt like we had a great connection, and I chatted for about 10 minutes. She was very responsive to everything I said and smiled a lot. She said that she had good things. She heard good things about me from her friend, and that I was a gentleman. Oh fuck! And that she really liked that about me. She seemed kissable, so I didn't want to appear like the other guys trying to get in her pants. Oh gosh. Then the girl that I knew arrived and said that I was her best friend, and she had a boyfriend apparently. The girl, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. The girl I liked then proceeded to say to her friend, "No, stop it," twice, and then asked her directly, "Do you have a boyfriend or not?" And she said no. Then I asked my friend, who told me that she did have one, but it wasn't going well between them. I resumed the conversation with the girl, and she said she wanted to meet me again another time and asked if we could exchange numbers or something. She said, "Write me tomorrow," and I was all right and to enjoy the rest of the evening. Wait, what is the fucking question? I don't even know what the fuck question is. You didn't even know. I don't. Fuck, Mr. Locario. I don't.
That's why he be like writing all these like long.
Yeah, writing
joints,
these long shits and not even. I don't know if you got a take on that. What is? I don't even know how to even explain.
Well, that was the end of the email.
Yes, that was the end of the email. Yes.
So basically, it sounded like he's just trying to get with some chick, but I don't know what happened. Like what.
Well, it seemed like he was trying to get with the. It seemed like he was trying to get with the girl, but the other chick. He said that was his friend. It sounded like he was telling that girl that they were friends and she had a boyfriend. But when the girl asked her, she said they were kind of on rocky terms. So it looked like the other girl might be mad at him for lying or something. Because again, she used key words like he's a gentleman.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know. It just sounds, the whole shit sounds confusing and janky to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And I just want to touch on the gentleman part is that, you know, you don't want a chick, you know, calling you a gentleman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that usually dictates a chick who's not really seeing you as a guy who she wants to get down with, who she's actually sexually attracted to, who she wants to get to really get down with. And I was just like, so just off of that part, I think that's an issue right there. Like whenever you have a chick say, "Oh, you're so nice, you're like a brother to me, you're a gentleman," all this other stuff, that's basically a way of her saying like, "I want to have sex with you." You know what I'm saying? Because women who want to have sex with certain guys, they'll never describe them really in that way. You know what I'm saying? Even if they think the guy's a cool guy, they won't use those adjectives really. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
You know. So just off that, I don't know.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah,
the question was kind of confusing. So
it was.
I can't even tell you the rest of it.
Yeah, I don't even fucking. I mean, I didn't even fuck. 515-605-9373 is the number. Press 1 if y'all want to come in. But Mr. Locario, please, you have the floor, sir.
All right, cool. So the next question, it says, I'm having trouble dealing with hot chicks. Every time I go up to a hot girl, I get nervous. My hands start to shake. I start to sweat. But then I notice when I talk to a girl who I think is not so hot, everything seems to go smoothly and I can get her number. But then I feel like I'm settling. So I'm not really as excited to deal with that girl. I want to know how can I be comfortable talking to the hot girls the same way that I'm comfortable talking to the average type of girls, and so that I can end up getting with hot women. All right, so what's your take on that, Steve?
Well, I feel that you should face your fears. If you feel like you can't talk to a hot woman, that's all you should be talking to. Because once you realize at the end of the day that all these fucking women are the same and there's nothing special about any of these motherfuckers, that you'll realize that, you know what, it's the hot women that are alone on Friday and Saturday nights because everybody's under the assumption that they already have a date or they going out with somebody.
Right.
And they're the ones that are more lonely because no one talks to them. And then it's like when you do talk to them, Mr. Locario, it's like feeding a bowl of milk to a stray cat. They will be attached to you faster than the average chick because they know beautiful women intimidate guys. And most guys feel like they don't have a shot. So what's your take on that, fam?
Right. Right, and you know what it is too. I would say that, um, and I'll talk about this more, is that a lot of it is all in your head. You know what I mean? Like, because the fact that you're able to talk to the, girls you think are average, you know what I mean, and you're cool with it, but then you see a girl who you think is hot, and then you start getting nervous. That's not really about the girl. It's about you, because the girl that you think is average, some other guy might think is like a 10. You feel what I'm saying? And so if he was to talk to her, that average girl, he would probably, let's say he gets nervous too. So it's like, it's really about the person, you, the guy, approaching the girl and talking to her, and stop getting in your head that this hot girl needs to be on a pedestal. You understand? Because you should see the hot girl the same way you see the average girl. You got to see them the same way. Like, if you put them on a pedestal, you think that there's something special about them. You think that there's something more that needs to be done. You think that you have to do something extra, something special to talk to the top girl or to get her. So then when you do that, there's all this anxiety because you're attached to the outcome of getting her because you think she's so hot and you think that she's a prize. So you got to get off that, like, thought process of, oh, this girl, is someone that is like the shit and, oh, she's the best and all this other stuff, because then that, it clouds your mind. It clouds how you interact with the girl. And this is why you're getting nervous. You're getting nervous because you feel like you don't deserve to be talking to the hot girl. You feel like she's either, you probably have that thought process of she's out of my league. You probably think that, oh, this hot girl wouldn't want a guy like me. All this stuff is probably going on in your head. And when you talk to the average girl, you feel like that's more your lane, or you feel like, well, I don't really want her that much anyway, so it's not a big deal. So you have to have the energy, that same energy of it's not a big deal when you're talking to the average girl. So you have to have the same energy with the hot chick, the same type of cool, calm, and collected thing to get the hot girl. Because the reason why you're getting the average girl is not because they average, it's only because you're chilling when you're talking to the average girl. The reason why you're not getting the hot chicks is because you're all nervous when you're talking to the hot chick. If you would chill the same way when you're talking to the hot girl, you get the hot girl. It's really that simple. So,
yeah.
That it is what it is with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt, man. And I mean, you hit it all on the head. But again, like, the problem I have is Mr. Locario, what if he gets the hot girl? What the fuck is he gonna do? He's not gonna know what to do.
Right?
I mean,
right. That's another thing, and that's another part of the game.
Yeah. So
that's another part of the game.
All right. So I guess it's my turn. 515-605-9373 is the number. 515-605-9373 is the number. Call in, press 1. We'd love to have you in. Now, this one has questions. It's kind of long, but it has questions. Fuck. All right, here we go. This girl and I in college, we both are in the same friend group. She likes me. She liked me for about a year and a half, and we started talking. Her and I were in a relationship for about a month. We had gone on an actual date that we hung out a lot and we made out a lot. She was really busy and frustrated me, and I cut things off for a brief moment. I'm gonna skim down. Brief moment. I told her I had strong feelings for her, and I'd like to retry things over. I told her I completely messed up letting her go, and it was one of my biggest mistakes. I told her that her business kind of screwed me up. Now I'd rather be with her than be busy and not have her at all. She said that she wanted to think about it for a couple of days, and then she told me that she didn't want to try things out again, and she just wanted to be friends. This completely broke me, and I haven't stopped thinking about her all week. She will barely talk to me. She seems to ignore me, which isn't her, even though we're friends. Almost done. She was always super friendly and real sociable, friendly to everybody else, and I feel like she's stressed out at school and how busy she is. Blah, blah, just a lot of bullshit. She liked me for a year and a half before we actually started doing things. Now she changed real quick. Now here are the questions. Do you think that she still likes me? What do you think I should do about this? And this is honestly my dream girl, and I don't want to lose her. Do I give it time or what? I'm really struggling, and I don't know what to do, Ms. Locario.
So he's saying that there's this chick he's sort of messing with, but she's kind of like falling back. Is that the gist?
Well, no. Well, he liked her. She liked him for a year and a half. He never went for it. And then when he finally did go for it, I guess she was really busy, and he got mad at that and broke it off. Then he realized he wanted her back, but now she doesn't want him.
Right. See, well, this is the thing, man. and I always tell guys, man, you gotta go in as soon as possible. Like all that waiting around and sort of like taking a long time to try to make something happen. You know what I mean? And then, then trying to make something happen after you took a long time. You know what I mean? And sometimes it messes up the whole situation. And so the thing is that, if he's trying to make something happen and now she's talking, she's busy and she's trying to, do this and that, and then, shit ain't going down, I would tell him, look, he just needs to, put his bid in, tell her what it is, and then if she's responding, then he kicks it with her. He kicks it with her. If not, then you keep it moving and keep doing what he want to do with other chicks. The thing is, he's on this shit where he's putting her on a pedestal. He's putting her on this, she's the one, she's the special lady and all this other craziness, and wasting a lot of time dealing with her. See, what I got to tell you guys is this. If a chick is making the shit difficult and the shit is not flowing and it seems like you're pulling teeth or it seems difficult to make something happen, that's not the girl you should be fucking with. You understand? Because the girl that is, the one you should be fucking with is the girl that is cooperating, the girl that's responsive to you, the girl who is showing you that interest and it's flowing in a very easy manner. You understand? And the thing is, if it's not doing that, then that's not the chick for you. That's not the chick you need to be dealing with. Because he's saying, "Oh, this is my dream girl." Would your dream girl be, giving you that runaround? Would she be, making it like on some other shit? Would she be doing some uncooperative type of stuff? Like what? How is that your dream girl? That doesn't make no fucking sense. You know what I'm saying? So if she's not participating as far as cooperating with you, then you need to keep that shit moving. Like there's no reason to be mad. There's no reason to get all upset about it and all this other stuff. Just move on. And then when you move on, the mistakes you made with this chick, don't do it with the other chick. You understand? You strike while the pussy's hot with the new girl. You understand? Like, don't be waiting around and doing all this other stuff. And then the thing is, by you falling back and doing your own thing, that's when that chick most likely will come around, because if she has any sort of interest in you and she sees that you're sort of, doing your own thing and you're not really sweating her, she'll come back around, and then at that point, you could, try to make something happen if you want to still do that. You know what I mean? But just kind of like belly aching about it and, waiting around and getting mad, that's, you don't want to be doing all that. That makes no sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree, man. I think some of the issues with this is, number one, he waited. Now, he was in a circle of friends where she was on his ass for a year and a half. She liked him for a year and a half. So he waited. That was strike one.
Right.
To me. Strike two is that to me, it's more like the when we were kids, how the amusement park would always have a new ride. They would promote that new ride, that new roller coaster. And you get all excited Then when the opportunity comes and you go on that ride, you're like, fuck, it sucked. And I think what happened was she liked him for a year and a half. She got with him, and he wasn't a man about his shit. He was probably boring as fuck. And that made her say, well, I made a huge fucking mistake. Let me get rid of this guy. And when he asked her back, she was probably glad he broke it off with her, because if she was really into him the way a woman is into a man, she would fight for that relationship. But she let it go. But then when he wanted to come back, Mr. Locario, I think that she was like, no, I don't. You're weak. There's nothing special about you, and fuck you. You know what I mean, in all sense. But what you got on that, fam?
Right. Nah, that's another thing too. I agree with that, because sometimes the interaction, once it's happening, the girl sees what's really going on, and then her mind changes. You know what I mean? So she could have been, like you said, dealing with him and been like, I'm not really feeling it. And then that could have been the reason why she's, saying, I'm busy, and kind of being standoffish and all that other stuff. And again, that's another thing I was saying earlier, is that, if that's the issue, then you need to just keep it moving, because relationships are supposed to be smooth. It's supposed to flow in an easy manner. Of course, you're going to have situations where you're with your girl or whatever. You might have an argument here and there, but 90-something% of the time, the shit should flow like real cool. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're having a hard time and it's going back and forth and it's like pulling teeth and shit ain't really flowing, then that's not the chick you need to be with. You understand? Because like you were saying, she might have felt a certain way at first, and then all of a sudden she flipped the script and she's not feeling that way anymore. But the fact that she's not feeling that way anymore, that's letting you know that, hey, this ain't what it was, and I just got to keep that shit moving. Like it seems like he's holding on to, the idea of what she could be, you know what I'm saying, or what she is. And that's what messes up a lot of dudes. They be getting so caught up in the idea of this girl or this woman. And also, too, I want to say this, is that a lot of that getting caught up in stuff with that, it's a thing that's, you're conditioned to feel that and see that. That's all that, like, romantic movie nonsense. It's like, oh, she's the one, I got to, fight for her, I got to do this and I got to do that, and then eventually she's going to run into my arms and all that other garbage. Like, you got to get off of that type of vibe. You understand? Like, as a man, you're supposed to set up your life in a way where things are running in a practical manner. Like, like things are just flowing smoothly. And if it doesn't flow smoothly, you switch it up or you get rid of that situation. You understand? You don't be sitting there trying to, make this work, running after this girl and trying to get her to like you and all that. Nah, none of it should be that way. It should be like, look, this is what I want. This is who I am. And any girl I'm dealing with has to come correct in this situation, and if she's not, then it's done. You understand? Like, no emotion in it, none of that. See, that's the thing. You put your emotion into it too much. You have to first look at this shit on a practical level, and then if it's not making sense on that, then you got to move on. And of course, it's not saying that you ignore your emotion. I'm just saying don't put your emotion in it. Meaning, don't make your moves be based off of emotion. Your moves have to be based off of logic and basically being practical. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and so the thing is that if you're not doing that, it's gonna be hard for you to make it happen.
Shit, I can't argue with that, man. Let's move to the next one, man.
For real. Yeah, all right, so let me see. All right, so this email, it said, how many times should you try to get with a girl that rejects you? Should you keep trying after the first rejection or just give up and keep on moving? I had this girl I was talking to. I tried to holler at her. It was this girl in my school. I, tried to get her number, and she didn't give me her number. And then I tried again the next week and asked for her number, and she also said no. Now, I want to know, should I try again, or should I stop, or should I wait a few weeks and then try again? What's the amount of time you should ask a little girl for her number before you should give it up? All right, so what's your thoughts on that?
So wait, he asked for a number?
Yeah, he asked for a number twice.
And
she said no.
And she said no, and he want to keep pandering for that shit.
Right. So you're saying, should he stop doing that, or should he try again? That's what he wants to know.
I always say, I guess I just don't understand why guys don't value themselves and can't read the writing on the wall and realize that there's something about you that she just doesn't like. And what do you think? What do you think you're going to do in the next few weeks that you're not doing in the first 2 weeks? That's going to make a change or a difference to make her change her mind to want to be with you. And I think that's some of the problems that a lot of guys are having because they don't have any value in themselves, big dog. They don't value themselves. What you got on that, man?
Right, exactly. Real talk. I feel the same fucking way. Like, if you value yourself, you wouldn't be asking a girl. First of all, you asking her for her number and all that twice. You know what I'm saying? And she said no the first time. You go again, and she says no the second time. After the first time you talking to her, that should have been it. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta look at it like this. It's like you gotta look at it like when you're dealing with these girls, it has to be this once in a lifetime offer type of shit. Like, you understand? So if you fuck up, you understand, or you say to the girl, if you fuck up by not, taking my number or giving me your number, whatever it is, right? Then it's done. You understand? And then you move on to another chick. There's too many women out there for you to be trying to get with that one girl. You understand what I'm saying? That within itself is you putting the pussy on a pedestal. And then what it does is that it's lowering your value. You're not valuing yourself as a man. You're not respecting yourself enough to be able to say, all right, cool, look, I'm going to go over here, you understand, and do my thing. I'm not going to keep trying to make something happen with this person who's not trying to cooperate. You understand? That makes absolutely no sense. But see, the thing is, again, like we were talking about with the other, email with the other guy, it's like, it's that same mentality of, oh, I got, but I got to get her. I got to keep trying. If I keep trying, she's eventually going to say yes. I got to fight for her. I got to do this. I got to do that because she's special. You understand? And so the reason, the fact that you guys are looking at these women as special, that is affecting your game just right there. You understand? That whole special vibe within itself sometimes is the reason why they even reject you in the first place, because you coming at her like she's going to do something for you, or she's going to, she's the thing that you need in your life for you to be happy and all this other stuff. Like, you've given off that vibe by asking her that or telling her to give you the number, more than once. You understand what I'm saying? Because now it goes from you just approaching a girl to you saying, hey, I need you. I'm needy. I need for you to say yes, which is why I keep asking you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're my.
And it's it's that type of shit. You know what I mean?
It's saying that you're my.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're saying you're my source of happiness. It's saying that
right.
I can't do it on my own, and I need you. And what a lot of young men don't understand is when a woman realizes that she's needed like that, she's gonna take advantage of that situation. Right. And that's what we don't want you guys to get taken advantage of, because y'all guys are playing poker with your cards facing the other direction, thinking you doing shit with these women. And when you pander like that,
right.
What will get that woman faster is if she knew you had other women. Women don't want guys that don't have shit. They want guys who have, so they can do everything they can to be number one in his life. Because women are very competitive.
Right, exactly.
But if you have nothing in your cupboard, why the fuck would she want to be with you anyway? Look, Miss Locario?
Right. No, real talk. And again, that whole vibe and that, whole energy is important. You know what I mean? Like, that vibe and that energy of you being the type of guy who knows about interacting with women, who has other women on his team, who's interacting with chicks on a daily basis, to where, it's just second nature. You understand? Because a guy who's, valuable would never ask a chick out twice like that. You understand? Because she's looking at you now like, dude, what is up with you? Well, I already said no, and you still coming at me? You understand what I'm saying? So now within that, she can't even say yes to you at that point. You understand? Because what is she saying yes to? She's saying yes to a needy dude, a good dude who doesn't have the confidence to go out there and actually interact with other women, because she's looking at it like this. The way she needs to be is on some shit where she says no to you, then you don't ever talk to her again. And then let's say y'all in school or some shit, and then she see you talking to some other chick, and then she see that other chick is having a good time, and now she feels like a dumbass for saying no to you in the first place. You understand? That's how it's supposed to be going. But the way that you got it going is that you're going up to her, she's saying no, she's trying to get, she's saying no, and then you're asking us, should you go again? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're even thinking about going again, and it's like, no, dude, just don't do this shit. Because one, it's gonna, you're going to be annoying the chick in that situation. And imagine if other chicks around are looking at you doing that shit. That's fucking up the whole shit for you, but also for your own mental or psychological, like thought process or whatever, right? It's messing you up in the game, because now you're becoming a dude who feels like, this is what I got to do to get a girl. I got to keep talking to them. I got to keep asking them, even if they say no. I got to keep, trying to get this girl's number or whatever, like this and like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's all that craziness that's going on. And like you be saying, Steve, a lot of times, like, yo, when you holler at them, just give them your number, tell them to holler at you. You feel what I'm saying? So you ain't got to worry about all that. You ain't got to worry about the whole, you know what I'm saying, rejection. Because sometimes, a lot of times, when you give a girl your number, there's not really a lot of room for rejection anyway, especially like up front, because you just giving her the joint and saying, holler at me, you know, if you want to make that happen. You feel what I'm saying? So all you got to do is just do your thing, and then if she hollers at you, then cool. If she don't, then it is what it is, and you just keep it moving. So you don't even have to keep talking to her and asking her all that garbage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, I always say, I always say, don't look back because you're not going that way. That's what I learned from watching the movie Vikings. A lot of guys keep looking back.
Right.
They keep wanting to go back. They keep, I don't know why. They act like these women are the only fucking women. It's like one woman, you know, no more other women in the world. And as long as they think that way, women will always have the advantage over them. Women want to be led, but if you're not a leader, how the fuck is she gonna ride with you when you ain't doing shit?
Right, exactly. Nah, real fucking talk.
All right, well,
real fucking talk.
Shit, I got one more email shit because we got 15 minutes to go. 515-605-9373 is the number. Let me go ahead and read this email. I was courting. He said courting. I was courting a former colleague, and everything went well. We had late night conversations, and she was opening up a whole private life to me as well. She also told me that she stopped dating the other guy that was pursuing her before and just forced going on to getting to know me more. I don't know what he meant by that. She was impressed by my efforts and the fact that I still liked her after she told me that those negative mistakes in the past, whatever. She wanted to take things really slow, like super slow. That's a negative to me. Yeah, I kind of was childish, but I was up for it. She even hinted that it's only been 2 months within the year, so we still have a lot of time to get to know each other. I got to take her on a movie date. We had a great time. Conversations were flowing. She seemed really comfortable with me. But a week after, she got the news that their team was very busy the next 2 months, and it was like 12 shift hours every day. I tried to comfort her by dropping food off once in a while at her office and sometimes offering to drive her to home after work. But after 2 weeks, she seemed that she has gotten cold. She doesn't text me anymore. Her replies got shorter, and sometimes she ignores my texts. She told me, almost done, she told me that she was really busy and her time got more valuable or some shit. But somehow I don't believe that that's the reason she's very busy. She's very distant, no contact after a week, but it doesn't seem to bother her. Usually she would text me by now. Is she really busy, or is she rejecting me slowly by avoiding me, Miss Locario?
Oh man, see, he was messing up with all stopping off at work and bringing her lunch and driving her home and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the way he's messing up at. And see, the reason why is because he's becoming too accommodating to the girl. You understand? And so when you become too accommodating like that, you basically are, you know, you're sort of turning your life into something that is, you know, you serving her, you making your situation about her. And then so when you make your situation about the girl, right, you no longer are the guy she likes. And what I mean by this is when she first met you, you were a guy who had his own life. You were a guy who was doing this, you were doing that. You were doing all this shit in your life that made you attractive, right? So now that you switched up and you're trying to do shit for her, you're no longer that guy she likes. You see what I'm saying? You're a different motherfucker. So now that what happens is that she's seen you in a different light. You're not that same dude, and therefore she's not as attracted to you as she once was because you've changed. It's almost like the same thing where a guy gets with a girl and she's like super fit and sexy, and then she gets like fat. You understand what I'm saying? Because she's not the same girl that he met. You understand? Like now she's all out of shape and all this other shit. So the same thing happens when you're dealing with a girl, is that the guy she started to feel or she was feeling, you no longer become that. You no longer are that guy because now you shifted your focus and your energy and your purpose to her instead of to what you were doing in the first place. And then that's the thing that, you know, is making her not really be attracted to you. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to make her fall off. And the thing is, chicks don't give you those excuses like, oh, I'm busy or, you know, this and that. And they don't want to just tell you. They'll be on some passive shit because They expect you to sort of get the message or the picture. You know what I'm saying? And then so that's why, you know, this shit's probably like happening in that way for you with chicks. So, Steve, what do you think about that?
Yeah, real quick, Lala TV, Lata TV, if you want to call in, because we only have 11 minutes to go. 515-605-9373. Yeah, well, I agree with what you're saying, but I'm gonna take another route. I think, Mr. Locario, that again, when you're basic, you can only give basic conversations. You can only turn it on in a basic way. And then here comes a Mr. Locario type motherfucker coming around whistling Dixie, talked a little bit of yak in her ear, and all of a sudden she got busy. All of a sudden, those 8 hours turned to 12-hour days, meaning that those extra 4 hours was spent at Mr. Locario's house. Those 4 hours was spent hanging out with Mr. Locario. You know, and that's what a lot of you guys understand. There is competition. Women have options. And if you are not going to be the option that she wants, she will distance herself so fast from you that it'll make your head spin. And a lot of guys, y'all don't understand that. Y'all think, again, what'd he say? He wanted to play it safe. They were talking for 2 months, and he took her to a few movies. What fucking lion clips a zebra and says, "Oh, I'll be back in a few months. I know the body's still gonna be here." You know, forget about the other predators out there, the hyenas, the other cougars and lions, all those other predators. They're gonna leave this carcass right here for me because they're gonna play fair by the rules. No, it don't work that way, Mr. Locario. These guys are gonna try to take advantage where they gonna get in where they fit in, but a Locario type guy is not gonna bullshit with her. He's going to let her know what he wants. He's going to let her know what the deal is. And even though she says that's what she doesn't want, he's like, fuck your wants. I'm going to take care of your needs. What do you have on that, Mr. Locario?
Real talk, man. Like, you know, a lot of guys out there, like, you know, they don't understand that, you know, wait, like we were saying earlier, like, you know, the whole waiting around to make shit happen. And, you know, and the thing with this guy was that he basically was waiting around, and then he started like becoming like, you know, on some like really catering to her type of vibe. You know what I mean? And it's just like he didn't really escalate to anything. He didn't really do anything that was going to you know, get her in a state of to continue to be attracted to him. Like he kept doing shit that was making her less and less attracted to him. He kept, you know, he probably thought, oh, you know, she's gonna really like me because I'm, you know, going out there and meeting her at work and doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that. But what guys don't understand is that women like you because they like the type of guy you are. And if you're doing all this other shit, you're not that same dude, like I was saying earlier. And so a lot of that stuff, you know, when you guys are out there trying to cater to the girl, trying to do all this extra stuff, trying to, you know, you're taking it all slow because, and again, guys taking it slow like that on that type of vibe, usually you're doing it because you think that's what the girl wants. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's what you've been indoctrinated to think. You've been hit over the head so many times thinking that, oh, you know, this is what I should do because, you know, if I take it slow, then we're going to get to know each other and then she's going to like me more because we got to know each other and that's what girls want. Nah, you got it all mixed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're supposed to assert yourself as a man. You understand? Be like, look, this is what it is. This is what we're going to do. Have her follow your program. You understand what I'm saying? And then that's what gets a woman emotionally attached to you to the point where she's going to want to continue to follow you. You understand? But if you are resigning yourself to the type of guy who's just there for her and to bend to her whim and to cater to her and to do all this extra stuff for her, she's not going to be feeling that. If something's going to feel off because you're not in your natural masculine energy in that masculine sense to the point where she wants to latch onto you. She wants to keep seeing you because you are that type of dude who's going in that direction versus the type of guy who, you know, forgets everything he's about and is trying to cater to that woman. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you guys have to really take heed to that, you know, to that notion. You know what I mean?
All the time, dog. All the time. 515-605-9373 is the number. We are out of we're out of emails. Usually we get calls, but we are out, guys. If y'all don't call, we're gonna wrap this joint up early.
Right.
So we'll give it about
For
2
real,
minutes.
for real.
Yeah, we'll give it 2 minutes, and no one calls in. We're gonna wrap it up. But Mr. Locario, you're absolutely right, man. You hit it on the head, and like I say, man, it just a lot of these guys just sleep on these women and they bullshit. And then when things like this happen,
Right.
then they want to come with questions and help and all the other shit, and she already being fucked right now by the other dude. So
Right.
So,
Real talk, man. Real fucking talk.
Yeah, no
Real
doubt.
fucking talk. That's how it goes down, man. That's how it goes down.
All right. Well.
So yeah. So you guys definitely hit me up on the Bad Boy membership. Go to badboymembership.com so that you can join the membership and become a Bad Boy member. So you can get 45 to 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month, so you can step up your game. You understand?
Yeah. Oh, and guys, head on over to www.themanmindset.com. We have coaching and products as well. So, but Mr. Locario, it's been a smooth Friday, man. I hope you have a good weekend, man. We're going to go ahead and wrap this joint up, man, and we'll see everybody next week, dog.
All right, we out.
All right, we out this joint. Peace.